Have you already decided at what age you will take your Social Security? Well, by the end of this video, I'll help you understand all the facts and a few things you may not have considered so that you can make an informed decision. Welcome back to Navigate Your Wealth. My name is Samantha Irish.
And I'm Karen Stewicki.
For the best advice on how to use both life insurance and annuities to create a successful retirement, subscribe to our channel. And hit the notifications bell so you never miss a new video.
Conventional wisdom and all the critics say that you should wait as long as possible before applying for Social Security. But is that the best advice? You see, you've heard people talking about Social Security and the best age to take it 100 times, I'm sure. But this should not be a one-size-fits-all conversation. There's a number of factors that you need to consider when making this very, very important decision. We're going to look at each one of them now.
The first thing you need to ask yourself is, do you need the money? For some people, this is the most important question because they need to or they have to retire, and they may or may not have saved as well as they could have during their working years. So now they're looking at their Social Security as a big part of their total income for what they'll have in retirement. You need to know that each year you wait to turn on your benefit, your monthly amount could increase up to 8%. So when considering that, it's a pretty big incentive to wait to turn on the benefit. But you have to also consider this. Every year you wait to turn on the income, you are another year older. And unfortunately, you're probably 1 year closer to death. I know there are calculators out there that are available to figure out that break point, but you have to also consider a few other things.
Right, so here's another consideration that people ask, or should ask. Who's gonna get my check when I die? Now, if you're married, your spouse is gonna get to keep the larger of the two checks. So if your check is larger than your spouse's, they're gonna keep that check, but they're gonna lose theirs. So they're only gonna get to keep one, they're not gonna get both. So keep that in mind. Also, it's not like an investment account where upon the first death or the second death even, there's a beneficiary like your children. Right. So unfortunately, there's no contingent beneficiary. The IRS is going to get to keep that check. So sorry, Charlie, your check goes back to the government. Leave a comment in the section below and let me know if you've already started taking your Social Security income or if you're waiting. And then after this video, please check out the video we created titled, What is Guaranteed Income and How Much Do I Need? To learn more ways and other ways to provide yourself some guaranteed income for retirement. The link is in the description below.
Okay, let's get back to your Social Security options. What if I don't need the money? Why should I take it? Especially because it will be taxable. If this is you, congratulations. You've planned well and you have plenty of income. But let's consider what you just asked. Why should you take the income? Because you paid into the system. You've earned it. Take the check and give it to charity if you want. As for the fact that it's going to be taxable, that's not going to change. And when you're 70, you know you'll have to take the money anyways. So why wait? Plus, if you wait, the check will get bigger, but the amount of tax that you will pay on it will also get bigger. What if we could show you an out-of-the-box way to use that Social Security check? One that could help lower your taxes in the future.
That's what we do best, I think, right? We want to look at some out of the box situations. And so I'm going to tell a little story because we've actually used this strategy a number of times to help our clients pay the taxes that are due now when they do a Roth conversion. Okay, if you're working, you've got to be over full retirement age, FRA, in order that you're not penalized by still working. But if you are not working and you think that you should wait longer before you turn on your Social Security, consider this. Okay, if you've been following along with us and the discussion of taxes is likely being higher in the future, something that we always talk about, you've probably thought already about, maybe I should do a Roth conversion with some of my 401k or IRA money. But every time you look at that, you go, oh my God, that means I'm gonna have to pay more taxes on that conversion, and it stops you dead in your tracks.
Right.
Wait. Okay, follow along now. We're gonna do a little math together. Let's assume that your Social Security check, if you were to turn it on today, would be approximately $30,000 a year. Okay, so now let's also assume that you're in the 30% top marginal tax bracket. So for every dollar that you convert from your IRA to a Roth IRA, you're going to pay 30%. The Social Security check, you're going to subtract 30% on the 85% that would be taxable. Again, we know that if your income is over a certain amount, that Social Security check is going to be taxable. So take 85%, subtract out 30%, use the remaining 22% to pay the taxes on the Roth conversion. Now do the math. At 30%, that's going to allow you to convert over $73,000 from an IRA to a Roth IRA, and the $22,000 that would be due in taxes for the conversion, you let the government pay. Okay? You're going to let the government pay your taxes with a Social Security check you weren't going to take anyway, right?
Brilliant.
Brilliant. As for the fact that you missed out on getting an 8% increase in what the payment would have been if you had just waited, I want you to think about this. Thanks to inflation, unfortunately, people got a 6% raise on their income, on their Social Security check this way, so you really didn't miss out on much. 2%? Yeah. And now, this is the key. That Roth conversion, you have $70,000 that is growing in a tax-free account, not only to never be taxed again, but to keep in the account and not be subject to required minimum distributions.
Sounds like a win-win.
Sounds like a win-win. If you'd like to learn more creative ways to use your Social Security now or in the future, click on that link below and apply to become our client.
And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share it with a friend. Thank you so much for watching. And if what you thought to be true turned out not to be, when would you want to know it?
Now.